The Pittsburgh Steelers Football Club was founded by Arthur J. Rooney in 1933. Rooney's early Steelers were a hardy band of pioneers who lured curious fans into Old Forbes Field to watch Jock Sutherland's wide-open single wing. The names were Bullet Bill Dudley, Johnny Blood, and Byron Whizzer White. And while they never won a title, they did introduce Pittsburgh to NFL excitement. In the 50s, the scene shifted to Pitt Stadium. The names changed to Stautner, Hoke, Butler, and Shadnoys. But for all their promise, the Steelers were never quite cut of championship timber. In 1969, an unknown young coach named Chuck Noll arrived to try his hand where 11 others had failed. Noll worked no sudden miracles. His first Steeler team was 1-13, and at one point, the losing streak reached 16 straight. But Noll was patiently laying a foundation for future greatness. Pittsburgh coaches and scouts were constructing a champion in the NFL draft.
Pittsburgh on the first round selects Lynn Swann, wide receiver, Southern California.
In 6 seasons of judicious drafting, Pittsburgh went from 1-13 to a silver Super Bowl salute for the man who started it all. This is the story of the building of a team. Executives, scouts, coaches, and players rising together to a world championship, then defending that title. This is the story of the Pittsburgh Steeler blueprint for victory. Any blueprint needs a cornerstone, and Chuck Noll's first concern was a solid defense. The lineup that opened the 1975 season was testament to the worth of the master plan. During the building years, 9 draft choices and 1 free agent had arrived to form pro football's most feared and ferocious defense. Greatness begins in the raw power of the front lines. 4 young men from tiny southern colleges have delivered the title Steel Curtain into legend. The quiet one with golden shoes is 6 feet 6 inch L.C. Greenwood, a 10th round choice from Arkansas A&M. Greenwood is a lean and limber all-pro, using nimbleness to weave his web. Ernie Fats Holmes is Greenwood's stocky opposite, a stern and sturdy heavy who anchors scrimmage like a cement post. Holmes arrived in the '71 draft from Texas Southern and brought with him another Steeler trademark, intimidation. The youngest member is Dwight White, a cocky kid from East Texas State with a mischievous grin. But the smile fades when White prepares a full-speed assault on an opponent's backfield. White's game is aggression and agility. As often, finesse gives way to youthful exuberance. After the game, fun-loving Dwight White regains his winning smile, but everyone knows the one they call Mean Joe is a killer. Actually, Joe Green is a happy, friendly fellow who arrived on the first round in 1969 from North Texas State. Green became a 5-time All-Pro and emotional leader of his team. But 1975 was not kind. Injuries benched Green for the first time in his career. Yet his misfortune proved that Pittsburgh had also drafted for depth, Steve Furness stepped in, and the defense never missed a beat. It is a measure of the man that injury did not dampen his spirit. Green's infectious enthusiasm continued to lead and inspire as the Steel Curtain held strong with resident All-Pros and newcomer Steve Furness. A big rush needs solid support, and Penn State's Jack Ham arrived on the second round in '71 to take away the screen. Opponents tried to counter pressure with short tosses, but Ham is an exceptional athlete with playbook-perfect technique. Opposite Ham is the grand old man of the Steeler defense. Back in '63, Pittsburgh invested a 16th round draft choice in a feisty little outside backer from Missouri named Andy Russell. 12 years later, number 34 still blitzes with the best. While Russell is the only Steeler defender over 30, his experienced style is matched by 23-year-old Jack Lambert. Lambert arrived in '74 as a surprise second-round choice from Kent State. The beanpole middle backer needed some beefing up, but Lambert started at middle linebacker in his first pro game and has been there ever since. Rookie of the Year in '74, All-Pro in '75. But the toughest dudes of all might be in the secondary. Steeler backs hit, and leading the pack is free safety Glenn Edwards, number 27. Actually, enemy receivers pay a double price. Cornerback J.T. Thomas can deliver a lick or get back in the passing lanes and pick an opponent clean. Strong safety Mike Wagner is also a clever ball hawk. The fact is, every Pittsburgh defensive back can go get the ball, including reserves like Jimmy Allen. But 1975's brightest star was a quarter-horse rancher from Slidell, Louisiana, named Mel Blount. A starter since arriving in the '70 draft, Blount became the first Steeler since Bullet Bill Dudley to lead the league in interceptions. For his end zone heroics, Blount's teammates named him Most Valuable. But this is one defense where no single individual supports the rest. 11 angry men, each of all-star quality, yet willing to blend into the whole. The Men in Black, an ominous, intimidating force that will be judged with history's best. On every football team, even a world champion, there are the shadow men. These are the members of the special teams, reserves who set out to prove themselves in the crash and tumble of kick coverage. Take your lumps, but get back in the chase, like number 31, Donnie Shell. For free agent Shell, a first-round draft choice, Dave Brown, number 36, it is a chance to display skills that may one day lead to a starting role. An opportunity to contribute for linebackers Ed Bradley, Lauren Taves, and Marv Kellen. Defensive lineman John Banaszak, running backs Mike Collier and Reggie Harrison, and wide receiver Reggie Garrett. Another group of shadow men controls the destiny of Pittsburgh's offense. The Steeler offensive line with Jerry Mullins and Gordon Gravel, Jim Clack and John Kolb, and at center, veteran Ray Mansfield. Some switch positions each quarter. Others, like Sam Davis and Mike Webster, shuttle in to split time with starters. Here, versatility is the key. The result is a rotating seven-man front, which opens the holes that made Franco famous. In 1972, Pittsburgh scouts and coaches decided to spend their first-round pick on a running back from Penn State named Franco Harris. They envisioned the power of a big back, blended with the open field agility of a smaller man. From Rookie of the Year to Superstar, Harris has not disappointed. During 1975, Franco was at his best in the big games as Pittsburgh won a division title by sweeping all 6 games in the strong AFC Central. Along the way, number 32 set all-time Pittsburgh rushing records, but modest Franco prefers to mention the courage of his running mate, Rocky Bleier. Originally a 16th round pick in '68, Bleier miraculously recovered from Vietnam shrapnel wounds to finally make the squad in '72. At first, number 20's main role was designated blocker for Franco Harris. By '74, they couldn't keep him out of the starting lineup with a style that was all guts and grinded out. In 1975, in a game against the Green Bay Packers, Bleier gained 163 yards, and all year demonstrated how far heart and determination can take a man. A little 16th round draft choice and a big first round pick have both found a place in the Pittsburgh blueprint. In 1970, a wild and woolly Louisiana Tech quarterback impressed scouts with unpolished skills and a rocket right arm. Terry Bradshaw arrived in Pittsburgh full of starry-eyed rookie intentions.
This is the new era of the Steelers. It's not like the old Steelers, believe me. The public, the football world might as well wake up and just take what I'm saying and heed it. And as the games come along, as the year progresses, I hope to continually get better. And in the future, I hope to be the greatest quarterback that's ever stepped foot on this stadium or any other stadium.
But in 5 NFL seasons, number 12 has experienced some ups and downs. NFL reality taught harsh lessons, and Terry Bradshaw lost some hair, but all that raw talent remained intact, and Chuck Noll has been patient. For number 12 is still capable of unique feats of strength and daring. Bradshaw can turn near disaster into a 20-yard gain, but he also has discovered there are times to feather his touch as well as times to reach back for that 60-yard screamer. Because of his arm, Bradshaw takes the deepest drop and longest look in football. If he doesn't like what he sees, there's always another option. At 27, Terry Bradshaw is Pittsburgh's all-time leading passer. He's won a world championship and cut a country and western record. But deep down, he's not too far removed from that wild and woolly Louisiana Tech quarterback playing football for the fun of it. Terry Bradshaw will never be called dull, but 1975 brought more consistency. He threw only 9 interceptions against 18 touchdown passes to a variety of receivers. With tight ends Larry Brown and Randy Grossman, Bradshaw can work the short game, then go down range to a deep stable of wide receivers. Frank Lewis is a former starter who now splits time because of the success of the '74 draft. 2 young receivers arrived and contributed immediately. The sleeper was number 82, John Stallworth from Alabama A&M. Stallworth's first-round friend was a hot shot from USC with a reputation as California's finest all-around athlete. Number 88, Lynn Swann, lived up to his billing. Often, gifted young receivers arrive in the NFL unprepared for the jolt of going over the middle. But Swann was a pro from his first day, willing to go anywhere for a pass. Soon, Pittsburgh fans were singing praises of the young man with a stride and style as graceful as his name. The emerging star became part of an unusual equation. Terry Bradshaw and Lynn Swann made it work 11 times in '75. Unstoppable offense matched immovable defense as the 1975 Steelers won more games, scored more points, and gave up fewer than any team in Pittsburgh history. Next, the NFL playoffs. On a steel gray December day, the second season began. Playoff time brought the sky-high Baltimore Colts to Three Rivers, but their storybook season was about to be spoiled by a brutally basic Pittsburgh ground attack. Franco Harris gained 1 yard less than the entire Baltimore offense. Then the men in black put it away for good. Fittingly, an elder statesman accepted the honors. Andy Russell set a playoff record for elapsed time during a 97-yard touchdown run. Pittsburgh eased home with a win, but a stiffer challenge was yet to come. In an icy AFC championship, Pittsburgh faced arch-rival Oakland, a playoff opponent for the 4th consecutive year. The chill factor was sub-zero, but Steeler fans persevered. A sea of black and gold had come to pay homage to the conquering hero.
Let's go, Steelers! Come on! All right, all right! Let's go! All right, yeah! Push it! I'm going to hit it hard, and you just make sure you get outside, because I'm hitting it like a brick.
The bitter battle began to take its toll on both sides. Then, through a gathering storm, the game turned on two fourth-quarter plays.
Let's get the snacks. Oh, Frank, go!
In a classic struggle, the Steelers had endured for a 16-10 victory. On to sunny Super Bowl X against the Dallas Cowboys. When holder Bobby Walden and kicker Roy Gerela missed a first-half field goal, number 43, Cliff Harris, celebrated prematurely. The tactic backfired as Jack Lambert set things straight. Harris was quickly whisked away from danger, but Lambert played the rest of the game with controlled fury. Lambert's play inspired the entire Pittsburgh defense, and for the first time in years, the Super Bowl was truly super. Dallas held its own, but this was an uphill fight against a team built strong in so many ways. A defense of skill and daring. A powerful big-back running game. Swarming special teams which contributed a safety to the cause. A poised and polished quarterback and his host of gifted receivers. But above all, a Super Bowl showcase for an artist named Swan. In Super Bowl X, the Pittsburgh Steelers defended their world championship with courage and class. But the best is yet to come. They are young and eager for more. A team with a blueprint and a title.